So here we go. Buenas tardes, damas y caballeros. Today we're learning la canción de Mariachi. Alright, this was made famous when Antonio Banderas was playing on a bar, beating up bad people with his guitar while taking a solo at the same time. I don't know if you're going to take a ukulele solo in a bar in Mexico while you're defeating banditos. If you are, congratulations. If you're not, you can still learn this song with us today, okay? Tenthumbspro.com, we do new songs every Wednesday, new songs every Saturday. All the links below, social links, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that, Patreon, so you can get involved and help us grow. But if you came just for this song, I want you to grab your ukulele, grab your brain, grab your attention span. Sígame y vamos a aprender esa canción. Let's do it. Let's go ahead and go through the chords first. We're gonna do the rhythm after. The rhythm's gonna be a little tricky, the intro's gonna be a little tricky, and the chords gonna be a little tricky. It's not really a beginner song, but it sounds really cool on the ukulele, alright? So you're gonna need an E minor bar chord. Play it this way, or you can take this whole finger and bar it, but you're really just playing this note, whatever's more comfortable for you. B7, bar the 2nd fret, middle finger, 3rd fret, C string, and an A minor, which is based on the F sharp minor shape. Just up 1, 2, 3 frets, and you need to grab that 3rd fret of the A string, which you can do like this, or like this. Whatever's more comfortable for you. Alright, so let's check out the intro. The intro, we need to make that E minor bar chord, and it's going to look something like this. Let me play it for you once really quick. Okay? So what I'm doing is I am taking this E minor chord, and I am just running through the first 3 strings of the chord. G string, C string, E string. And I'm doing the first 2 with my thumb, and then I'm pulling up with my index finger on the 3rd. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to assign this index finger for this part right here to my C string. My E string, and my middle finger to my A string. And you really want to be able to practice that, to be able to pluck both these notes. Take your E chord, and you can get rid of these 2 fingers. I'm on the 2nd fret of the A string and the 3rd fret of the E string. And what I'm doing here is I am taking these 2 fingers and plucking them at the same time. You should practice this if you've never done it, to try to get both those notes to ring out clear, more or less the same volume. So after you play these 3 notes, 1, 2, 3, you come down and grab this, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? All of this phrase happens over the E minor, by the way. I'll tell you when we change to the B7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move your index finger from the 2nd to the 3rd. We're going to take our ring finger and put it on the 5th fret of the E string. We're going to pluck this once. Then back to our original shape, 2 times. Ring finger, 4th fret, C string, once. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that repeats itself. 1, 2, 3, 4. So from the top, very slow. And then to finish that phrase, you go ahead and pluck this double stop again, once. And then again, and slide up a whole step. That whole first phrase over the E minor, nice and slow. Okay, so here we go. Nice and super slow, okay? And then the rhythm switches to the B7, and over the B7 you are going to play this. Alright, and I'm coming up here to my 4th fret of the G string and my 3rd fret of the E string. 1, 2. Then I slide here from the 3rd all the way up here to the 4th, 5th, 6th. My index finger is going to come down here to the 5th fret of the E string, so I have this double stop. Okay, so that looks like this. You're going to play this double stop 4 times, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Then you're going to take your ring finger and your pinky and cover the 7th frets of the C and the E string. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then you go back. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, all the way down to the 2nd fret of the E, 3rd fret of the C. I'm sorry. Alright, so that plays out like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2. And what I'm doing here on that last one is I'm plucking and then sliding up a half step, because I'm sliding back into that E minor. Here, these are the notes of a B7, and these are the notes of an E minor, okay? So when you go and slide up here, the song is back on the E minor. So the 2nd phrase. All right? Alright, and on that pluck here, you pluck it once, and then you pluck again and slide it. Okay? So the whole intro, nice and easy and slow. Okay, let's try to play it at full speed. Alright, so that's the intro. Now, the verse is going to look like this. Okay, now, this rhythm's going to be complicated. So I'm going to go ahead and put another link here, where you can go ahead and explore how to develop that rhythm a little further, okay? Because it's not very easy, and if you need a little extra practice, that's where it's going to be. In fact, I would practice this rhythm for a week before I'd even try to tackle this song, because it's going to be so different than anything you've played before, okay? And let's say you learn really quick, then I'm going to give a quick overview here so you might be able to get it fairly quickly. What I'm doing is I'm going down with these 3 fingers, one at a time. Right? And then I'm following through with my thumb. Okay? And then back up with my thumb. And then a mute. And then back through with my thumb. So that's one strum cycle. Nice and slow. A little faster. Okay, now let's play that strum cycle, medium speed, 4 times over E minor. Alright, and that is the first half of the verse, and then you go back to your B7. Four times, and then E minor. And then back to your B7. And then your E minor 1 time. Okay, because really, the intro is going to happen over the E minor and then the B7, and then it's going to finish on the E minor for 1 chord. And then what happens after that is the verse is really going to be 3 on the B minor, 1 on the B7, 3 on the B7, 1 on the E minor. Why do I think about it like that? Because it helps you with the melody. The melody is something like Soy un hombre muy honrado que le gusta lo mejor. No me falten a mujeres, no me falten ni plata ni amor. Okay? So the melody finishes on that chord change. So really the verse is going to be 3 E minor, B7, 3 B7, E minor. Alright? Something like 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1. Happen 2 times. So when we put that together, it's going to look like this. E minor for 3. B7 for 1, B7 for 3. E minor for 1. E minor for 3. B7 for 1. B7 for 3. And then you go right into the chorus. And the chorus is going to go A minor for 1 strum. E minor 1 strum, B7 1 strum, E minor 1 strum, A minor 1 strum, E minor 1 strum, B7 1 strum. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the intro starts again. And this is where that riff is playing. And then you play 1 E minor, and then you go back into the verse. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright? Okay, so now after the chorus, you go right back into the intro riff. And it's going to be happening over in E minor. That happens 4 times. B7 4 times. And then you play E minor once. And then you go into the singing, alright? So the first E minor of the verse, the first strum cycle, you're not saying anything, and then you go into the singing. Okay, over the solo you're just going E minor for 4, B7 for 4, E minor for 4, B7 for 4, and that just repeats itself. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a play along. I'm going to do the intro riff, I'm going to do the verse, I'm going to do the chorus, and then I'm going to play the verse and chorus one more time. Okay? And then I'm going to finish on an E minor. So here we go. La Canción de Mariachi. It's in E minor with a lot of arpeggios if you want to try to take a solo, okay? If I get enough requests, maybe I'll try to teach the solo. I don't even know if it's possible on the ukulele, but if I get enough requests, I can at least take a look, alright? La Canción de Mariachi. Alright! La Canción de Mariachi. Now you have a brand new strum pattern. You have wicked, awesome, super Latin style picking and soloing, and you have your Spanish homework to learn some new words, okay? Estoy muy feliz que nosotros podemos ayudar a ustedes a aprender el ukulele y todo eso, and if you really want to keep on learning, all you have to do is be like, dude, I want to learn this, tell me and we'll do our best to help you out, alright? Patreon.com, see how you can get involved and help us grow, but if you came just to rock and roll this one song and we never see you again, I'm happy that we could help you, alright? Take care, a big hug from us. Un abrazo, un abrazote grande de nosotros para ustedes. Take care, okay?